All right, we can get back to that, but we have Kevin Smith on the phone. Kevin! Ooh!
Who are you guys kidding? You're the most insanely polished morning radio. The morning zoo.
So we're gunning for
100 in the 80s.
yeah, so polished.
We're the worst. Kevin,
how are you guys doing?
Hi, Kev. We haven't heard from you since the last time we talked to you, and quite frankly, you scared all of us with
Was
your.
it before the movie came out?
No, we talked to you when the movie came out. We all saw it. You know all that, but you.
Yeah, but I mean, like since the movie came out. Like,
no, we haven't seen or heard from you, and you're making us a little nervous because the last conversation we had with you, you turned into a pothead. You're not leaving your house, and so everyone needs an update on that right off the bat.
Everything's fine for that first month, from October 31st through like December 1st.
Yeah,
I was in a weed-induced coma. Didn't really function, didn't really interact with the rest of the world, just sat there going like, this movie should have done better. And then I came out of it. Then I was just like, you know what? Doesn't matter. The movie did fine. Couldn't care, but what are you going to do?
I like the movie a lot. Zach and Miri Make a Porno, and it's out on DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow.
It comes out, isn't it weird? It's so cool. I mean, all of a sudden it's here. It's on DVD.
It seems like yesterday we were talking about getting Jimmy in the movie and all that.
Yeah.
You filmed in Pittsburgh. You filmed in Pittsburgh, and they now got the Super Bowl.
Yes. Last year they kind of missed I think they missed the playoffs too last year, didn't they?
I do believe you're right.
Because the town was very depressed. Like it was very somber.
Even with a Super Bowl win, the town is still
well, yeah,
depressed.
They were burning something in the street. I saw that on the news.
That was just to keep warm.
Yeah, it's very, very cold.
I've been to Pittsburgh this time of year, man. It's chilly. How are you guys doing otherwise? Hey, I'm fine. Long story short, I'm fine. And I will actually be in there around February 20th, because I've come back to East Coast, to Jersey, to do a gig at the Bergen Pack Center.
Oh, cool.
So I'll come in and hang out.
I got a...
Yeah, you seemed a little bummed out last time we saw you.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You just seemed like you weren't yourself, that's all.
Maybe I saw the writing on the wall. Maybe I knew that they were gonna.
It's the stresses of making movies.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I just felt like, oh man, they weren't gonna sell the movie properly. That was ultimately what it came.
I think that was one of the problems, man, because I'm telling you, it was a really good comedy, man. Zach and Miri Make a Porno was really good.
At the last 2 weeks, they got very schizophrenic and like changed the name of the movie. Suddenly, it's just Zach and Miri at every place.
That's a hard thing to do. Like 2 weeks from the movie's release, start changing the title. Jesus Christ!
The wisest thing. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. I was thinking about it the other day. How do you spell FRUUUUUUNKIS?
FR 6 U's NKIS.
It has to be 6 U's, Jimmy.
Yeah. How would it be any more or less?
Sir.
What's that?
I didn't even know you were there. Good morning.
Oh, hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm well.
Yeah, it's FR 6 U's NKIS.
Are we on satellite or are we on terrestrial?
We're on satellite.
Yeah.
Why, Jimmy? Why the fuck didn't all your friends go?
Go where?
To the movie.
They did.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I have 6 friends.
He's a comic. You know comics. They all got, they hang out with each other. They don't really like each other as, close friends. And then everyone else sucks.
I think the big mistake Kevin made was not putting Anthony and I in the movie. Then we would have had a blockbuster on our hands.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
You know what it is? Guys like Open Ant who don't make movies, I mean, we understand the pressures, but a lot of guys who aren't in the movie business don't understand.
Exactly.
I know.
I got an email, Kevin. Rumor has it, perhaps a card game when you come back.
Absolutely. I believe that card game, sir, will be on the 20th down at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
All right.
You can come in and lose some money, or you're going to win some money.
I would love to come in and win some money.
Yes.
How goes all in New York?
We're good, I guess. I mean, I'm doing okay.
You guys are stunned for a moment. You're like, I don't know.
Because we kind of got to look around going, wait, do we still have jobs, and is everything cool?
Well, the whole radio thing is changing in front of our eyes, so it's just weird.
Can you explain briefly? Has that merger thing happened?
The merger thing happened.
Now, I am a subscriber to both XM and Sirius.
Yeah.
And I got no email or any information about it.
Well, you're like the golden subscriber then. They don't want to upset the apple cart with you. You have both.
Yeah,
so just keep both.
Let's not tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them. Just keep both.
Jimmy, it's 6 R's, not 6 U's. Everyone is saying it. You spelled Frunkis wrong.
I apologize.
And they're freaking out there.
No, I apologize. I meant to say 6 R's, F6Rs, UNKIS. I'm just.
Why does Kevin need to know how to spell Frunkis?
Because he writes it as much as the rest of us do, and a lot of people will put 4 or 5 R's, which makes you queer.
I put it into a comic book script. Little shout out to you, gentlemen.
Oh,
did you?
Wow.
Hey, that's very cool.
I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, thank you. It's from the Swedish root to frunk. Which means to shit in the mouth of an invalid.
Okay.
Oh man, I got frunked on.
I pretended to be an invalid just to enjoy the activity.
Hey, Kevin, you're a big football fan? You watch the Super Bowl?
I'm not, sir. In fact, the wife yesterday was just like, do you want to come to a Super Bowl party with me? And I said, when's the Super Bowl? And she says, today.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a man at all.
But
I was wearing a dress yesterday and watching Lifetime for Women. I don't watch football.
But from the pop culture point of view, no?
No. Stanley Cup I'd be there for.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've been, can I tell, I'm a hockey buff, sir.
Yeah, good.
Is that it?
I'm an Islander fan, so please, be nice.
I was just watching a bunch of, there was I got this DVD called Ultimate Gretzky. I don't know why, but recently I got very into Wayne Gretzky. I think he's a nice guy. Like, aside from being, like, a fantastic player, he's always conducted himself, like, very politely and whatnot. I found that kind of impressive. So I started watching a lot of DVDs about the dude. And, the Islanders play a very key role in the Edmonton Oilers mythology.
Yeah, they sure
do.
do.
I saw a lot of your dudes' cups and whatnot.
Yeah, this is how stupid my team is. Worst team in hockey, right?
No, they were actually. I mean, think about that year that they beat, like where Edmonton took them all the way, and then they just took them out in 4 straight.
Yep.
But then the next year, Edmonton came back and just kind of ass raped them.
Yeah. I was just going to bringing it back to current times. This is how stupid my team is. Worst team in hockey. Now, being an Islander fan, we're like, lay down. Lay the fuck down. Let's get the draft pick. They're winning now. They got all their young players in there, and they want to prove themselves, and we're on a little winning streak. It's like, no, keep losing at this point.
They'll be just good enough to blow the draft pick.
Take a peek at, like, well, how did Pittsburgh get Sidney Crosby? Was it a lottery draft, or was it just a draft?
I would imagine that they just had a horrendous, record.
Their season was that bad?
I do believe.
Wow.
Maybe Travis can help me out with my hockey talk, but
the trick is, if you want to get, like, a new power player, you're going to have to kind of not do very well.
You got to lay down.
Wants to do that.
That kind of sucks for the good player that everyone wants. It's like, great, I get to go to the shitty team.
Yeah, but then it happens to all these guys. LeBron James walked into a horrendous situation. Now they're one of the best teams in the NBA. So you got to, put in a couple of years.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's investment time. Sometimes you rebuild.
Someone is saying a recent picture of Gretzky, he looks like he's 70. Does he look like one of those, old lesbians?
I think,
like Bruce Jenner does and the rest of them?
God.
Are you smoking pot as you talk to us, Kevin?
No, it's too early for that.
What do you think you are, Micheal Phelps? The kid ties it in beautifully.
How dare I? First off, no, I've seen him fairly recently. I mean, he definitely looks older. He's aged, but, the dude is close to 50, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
It's just so weird because you grew up seeing that guy everywhere. They have footage of him when he was 3 years old. You've seen him in all the games that he's played, and so he's always looking eternally young, and then all of a sudden he pops up, you're like, oh, even Gretzky gets old.
You got to be a Devils fan, right?
Yeah, huge Devils.
Okay. Even though you live out there?
Yes.
Very good.
He took a little jersey with him.
Huh?
They've been having a killer year.
Yeah, I know.
They're on a hell of a streak right now.
Why don't you rub it in?
Winningest team in hockey at the moment.
I know.
I know. It hurts, doesn't it?
Well, if the Islanders
jersey, and you hate that.
Well, the Islanders might move, and if they do, there's no fucking way I could go Rangers. I think I would have to go Devils.
Where might they move?
There's a rumor that it might be Kansas City.
And you wouldn't follow.
Travis, where are we at with the Kansas City Islander rumor?
They're playing an exhibition game next year.
And that's why the rumor started?
Well, yeah, because the last time the guy in Kansas City tried to make that happen.
Yeah.
Was, I think, for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh was in the midst of maybe moving.
Yeah.
So that's
Pittsburgh last year, as late as last year, Pittsburgh was talking about moving, and then the city of Pittsburgh decided they would build a new rink for him, and they signed a contract with him for 31 years.
Right. Unbelievable. And you got info on the Crosby thing for Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
I'd have to read it.
Well, he was just the #1 draft pick that year, right?
Yeah, but he was the draft pick in the entry lottery because of the work stoppage the year before.
That's right. It was the work stoppage. That was the whole year that they didn't play.
Yeah, that was
that's
smart.
Why the Penguins had the.
But then, how does Pittsburgh warrant him?
It was a weighted lottery based on each team's playoff appearances and draft lottery victories in the last 4 years.
Way too comfortable.
I think he thought he was done. He took a big bite of his little cakey thing that he's got in his hand right before he goes to talk to you.
He's like, I can't believe this fat fuck still wants more information.
I was done.
Eating, dude, you got Wikipedia. Look it up.
Yeah, we're talking to Kevin Smith, not some dopey listener from wherever.
These are delicious
anywhere
bagels
else
from Montreal.
Yeah.
A Montreal bagel?
Oh, yeah.
That's where the best ones come from.
Oh, yeah, fuck New York.
Hey, Kevin, getting back to the DVD that's going to be out on Blu-ray as well tomorrow, Zach and Miri Make a Porno. Walmart's now fucking you.
I mean, I'm so used to it at this point.
Yeah, you gotta be.
When I found out that.
What are they doing?
They're taking Make a Porno off the DVD cover.
I was told that there's some outlets, Walmart and Target, that wouldn't carry it with the full title. So if you go to Walmart and Target, you might just buy a DVD called Zach and Miri.
But I do think that by now people know what it is. But
yeah, I agree too. And I think on DVD or home video, it doesn't matter.
What a fucking pussy! What a just a little pussy society.
Dude, like I could go into Walmart and buy a movie with far more disturbing contents than our movie.
Yeah, like murder or death. It's the oldest thing in the book, but they just don't give a fuck about this.
I could probably go into Walmart and buy The Accused. Isn't that a more objectionable movie than Zach and Miri Make a Porno?
It's a lot sexier.
It is a good comedy.
Comedy.
Her dancing was so bad.
Hey, anything good on the special features?
Tons of stuff, dude. We got I think there's 90 minutes worth of cutscenes I put together. There's a full documentary about
Kevin's movies always have great special features, man.
The only thing we didn't do was a commentary track because when it came time to record it, the commentary track would have been like, I hate these fuckers!
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you're the type of guy that I would want to hear the commentary. A lot of these DVDs...
Unfortunately, the studio was like, we don't want a commentary track where you call us fuckers. So,
yeah, I guess
we
so.
would have recorded it, and it would have lived in a void. But the wonderful thing about Blu-ray, of course, is that you can always record a commentary track down the road that will actually download to your disc.
Oh, wow.
See? That's how
cool.
that shit works.
Shit later
I got to ask you something that's been...
also, dude, Smodcast, that's where I could do a real commentary track.
Well, we want...
But at the same time, it's like now I'm beyond it enough where you don't want to roast people and be like, this person fucked it. You don't want to point the finger. Like, you sit there a few months down the road, I'm like, all right, maybe the title fucked us over.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have called it something else.
I gotta ask you something that has been just pissing me off to no end in the year 2009. As a director, does it annoy the shit out of you when your movies are played in regular TV aspect?
If they don't do the
widescreen
pan and scan as opposed to widescreen.
I don't care. Whatever. If they pan and scan it, that's annoying enough.
Right.
And when they just slap the fucking bars on the side if you got a widescreen TV, I don't want to watch a movie that is made a certain way so I could see the entire movie on my television and on, believe me, 90% of the country's TV because some asshole in fucking down south somewhere still has an old tube television and doesn't want to watch it letterboxed or some shit.
Did you hear that they've delayed that a little bit?
Yes.
The changeover?
How fucking annoying is this? I hate looking at a movie I'm all psyched to watch, and then I turn it on and it's the regular fucking, TV.
I don't know, but how many years have you been doing that, dude? Long before letterboxing, we all just sit around and watch movies that were cropped.
Yeah, I know, but now it annoys me more because I know what widescreen is and how fucking great it is. And directors, if I may say, have utilized it a lot more, I think. They use the entire, screen.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're shooting. If you're shooting like 2:3:5 aspect ratio or 1:8:5, which is kind of what most people do. 2:3:5 is a really, really wide screen.
That's the ridiculous. That's when even no matter how wide your TV is, you're still letterboxed.
Let me tell you a story about a geeky, young, stupid video store clerk, the name of Fat Kev Smith. He's working at this video store in Leonardo, one depicted in the movie, and him and his buddy Vincent are total letterbox converts. How can this stupid world not want to watch a letterbox movie so you can see the whole picture instead of crop picture?
Right.
So what do? We have Laserdiscs prior to the DVD release. We're both Laserdisc enthusiasts. We start taking the tapes in the store, taping the letterboxed version of it off the Laserdisc, and then shelving that. Thank God it was a mom and pop store. If it was Blockbuster, we would have been fired. So then we'd put that on the shelf. So then we felt like we were doing this small community of public service, because we were like, now they'll see the whole movie. You would not believe how many people came back and said, "What the fuck happened to the tape? Half the movie's missing."
Half the movie's missing.
And then they go and complain to Mr. Topper. Mr. Topper's like, "Why is half the movie missing?" And we were like, "Oh, we put the letterbox version." Everyone looked at us like, "What are you two fucking retarded?
You're crazy.
What a complete waste of time." And I was just like, "Wow, we thought we were doing a public service. We were total idiots back then."
I was doing a public service too.
By the way, also
Yeah.
illegal, I believe, because we recorded. You know, that FBI logo comes up.
I'm certain. Does it bug you though to see your movie, like, you know, you had the vision that you wanted when you filmed it, and it included, you know, the right and left side of the screen.
It's true, but we're also talking about a world now where some people watch it on their iPod. So, in terms of, like, you may have the correct aspect ratio on that tiny ass screen, but you're still watching it on what's essentially a very big wristwatch.
Yeah, true.
So I'm just kind of used to it, man.
Yeah, I would assume you'd just be pissed.
Like you learn to kind of make a lot of compromise. I mean, look, it's not like, oh my God, I have to make the toughest compromise in the world. I am completely overpaid for what I do for a living.
Okay.
Life. That all being said, you put a lot of work into stuff, and every step of the way you watch it get degraded a little bit.
And then the language, when they fucking put in some ridiculous line because it was, you know, dirty or sexual, and we've done whole breaks on how stupid some of the shit they put in the movies are when they're trying to cover up some sexual content.
Hollywood's ruining the comedy. Slowly but surely, they are ruining it.
I don't know, man. It seems like there's a lot more comedy out there that I could kind of get my head around. For the last 10 years, I'd see movies come out, and I'm like, I don't want to see that, comedies. But now at least there are comedies coming out where I'm like, oh, I want to see that. Like, I saw the trailer for I Love You, Man. I thought that looked really funny.
Actually, you know what? There is a bit of a pushback happening, but I guess I'm talking about Mall Cop. I'm talking about these.
Did you guys see Mall Cop?
No.
You got to figure it must work. I mean, it's made $83 million.
Yeah,
it's making somebody laugh. I just don't know who.
I think it's just lemmings. They just march to the movie theater because we were told to march to the movie theater.
I'll tell you what's funny though.
Too. I think it's a movie that, like, if it's PG, you got almost every generation you could get into.
Dude, there's movies in the artsy theaters that blow away these big blockbusters that no one will ever fucking see.
Yeah, but that's always been the case.
And I'm not trying to say that I'd like to go deeper with my movie watching. I don't. Like, there's some solid films in the artsy theaters, man. Solid.
But I mean, look, I'll say
no one's gonna watch.
Sorry, a comedy that we all love. I saw a little bit of the Will Ferrell, the Step Brothers, where him and John Riley, they think they're older guys, but they're actually young. Oh, they're like just boys, you know. The bunk bed falls in.
Well, what about when
those guys are good.
What about, Jimmy, when the 140-year-old got a spanking
I didn't
by
see
the
that
father
part.
figure in the movie because he was a bad boy?
That's funny. Yeah. By the way, I saw part of. I only saw half because it was so late and I wanted to dump a load. Revolutionary Road.
Oh, you finally looked at it?
Is fucking
I hate that movie.
Horrendous.
I hate that movie.
Not because it's sad. It's a terrible fucking movie. It is badly written, and DiCaprio, he fucking stinks. It is mind-boggling how bad he is.
Wow. Because he looks like a Hollywood rock star in the film. He's not believable.
He fucking stinks. I'm telling you, know who's Kate Winslet?
It's like Khrushchev with his shoe over here.
Kate Winslet is very good.
She's an amazing actress.
Wait. Did you see Kate Winslet in The Reader?
I
did not.
The Reader's amazing.
See The Reader because it's an interesting portrayal from Kate Winslet, and because it's an interesting character.
Kevin, let me ask.
It's kind of an intriguing story. Like, basically, she's this older woman that starts fucking this 15-year-old kid.
Oh,
She's very, very, like, specific about it and very kind of right to it, and she enjoys certain things, but then has, like, these weird kind of places where if he starts talking about it, she shuts down completely. What it turns out is that she used to be an SS guard, a female SS guard at a death camp. This takes place in, like, late 40s, early 50s. So they found out that she used to be a Nazi. And so they put her in jail. She goes on trial, and she's standing on trial, and they're talking to her about something that her and her fellow guards had done. One particular incident where they packed a bunch of Jewish people into a church and then lit the church on fire. And so the court is going like, how could you possibly do this? And she's just like, well, if we didn't, they would have gotten away. I mean, what would you have done? Like, she's completely programmed. Like, she really believes in being a Nazi and whatnot. So even at her trial, as people are, like, telling her what she did, she's still kind of like, I don't get it. Why is everyone so mad? Like,
Oh,
I just
shit.
did what I was supposed to. So this dude, this kid who she used to fuck, it's like a year or two later, he's in law school, and he's in court watching this, and he had no idea who she was. And it turns out that she can't read. I don't want to give the whole movie away, but it's pretty compelling. Turns out she can't read, and so he starts reading her books on tape while she's in prison. That's kind of what the movie's about.
Kind of now, you know,
Now,
the
but
synopsis
I say all that
stunk
because-
on IMDb, but that kind of makes me want to see it now.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, I say all this because her
Nazi angle.
performance is so fantastic. It's like, you sit there going, wow, I really like this person. And then when they pull the rug out from under you, you're like, oh my God, I like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Dude, what am I doing? I have to stop sympathizing for her. And you do completely sympathize with her all the way to the end. You're very conflicted because you like her, but at the same time, when her horrible past is revealed, you're like, oh my God, what a monster. And when she sits there in court and talks about it so calmly, you're just like, she's an absolute monster. And for me, that was an interesting movie because I'm like, man, I was conflicted about how I felt about Kate Winslet's character. I never feel that in other movies.
Can I ask you, though, it comes across like it's a chick flick. Like Ant was saying, the synopsis on IMDb was like, why would I ever see this? But it sounds like it's not really a chick flick
I
whatsoever.
wouldn't call it a chick flick by any stretch. I mean, if anything, it's a dude flick because it starts with like this 15-year-old kid who some chick is like, he's sick one day coming home from school or something like that, and she sees him throwing up. She's like, here, come here, I'll give you some, I'll fix you up. And she brings him in, and then she starts fucking him. That ain't no chick flick.
That's a hot
That's the only
scenario.
dude that's how they need to sell the movie. They're like,
Yeah.
she was hot.
That's
just too bad she was a Nazi.
That's a hot scenario right there.
I'm telling you, I was really surprised by that movie. But more,
Why would they call it The Reader,
anything
then?
else, above anything else, it was just that performance of hers because it's so good. Because you're sitting there going like, oh, I like her, and then you're like, oh my God, I can't stand her.
Yeah.
Can't call it hot, slutty Nazi bitch. Walmart
Yeah,
won't
but
take it.
Totally, if they would call it like Ilsa of the SS.
Yeah, but why would a guy see a movie that's called The Reader? That's what I'm getting at. If you
But
want to
it's
get guys
based
to
on
the
the
movie
book.
theater,
I'm telling you, it's a classy movie.
I'm
but
going
it's
today.
Totally,
I'm going to watch The Reader today.
That fucking DiCaprio, I swear to God, I'm not off it. I loved him. I thought he was great. He is embarrassingly bad in this movie. Like, and I mean, it's like there's an argument scene, and it looks like somebody acting. Like, I'm watching this guy make choices. They're all terrible. He's got the crinkly forehead, which is the eyebrow, the eyes open too wide, acting 101. He is fucking embarrassingly bad.
Listen to this dude, man. Couple movies under his belt. He's the judge.
Dude, I know I'm shit. But the bottom line is, I can't think of anything he was good in. What did I like him
Catch
in?
Me If I Can, he was good in.
Catch Me If You Can was good.
Yes, you're right.
Titanic.
He was average in that.
He was
okay.
good in Titanic.
He was
Gilbert
average.
Grape, dude. Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert Grape, he was great
Okay,
in.
all right. Yeah, I guess I do like him. What's
Huh?
that?
The Departed.
Did I see
I don't
didn't
remember
see
him
it.
in
Yeah,
that.
he was good in that.
I thought Nicholson was overrated in that, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought the guy who owned that movie was Matt Damon.
Well, I thought Martin Sheen was the best in that, even though he only had like one or two scenes.
I like Martin Sheen too. He's like, I mean, you mugs got a light.
He's a great actor.
Who makes a regular person more interesting than Martin
He's
Sheen?
great.
Very true. Martin Sheen made the president, the white president, interesting.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, what's going to be best movie this year?
It looks like Slumdog all the way, right?
I loved Slumdog.
Yeah,
I
it
did
was
too.
It's a wonderful movie.
Ann hasn't seen it yet, but
I got it sitting on my shelf.
That's
Yeah.
my choice
I'll
right
watch
there.
it.
I know a lot of people love The Wrestler, and I don't know.
I mean, in a world where Dark Knight got locked out, I'd say Slumdog Millionaire.
Hey, well, by the way, Dark Knight I thought should have been locked out except for Ledger, because fucking Christian Bale's another one. Him and DiCaprio should just do an unbelievable scene together. I will do stage acting on film, and I'll talk like this for an hour and a half. How about, is Revolutionary Road nominated for anything besides fucking best impression of melatonin? That fucking shit heap.
That was the surprising thing, is that in the Golden Globes, it was nominated for Best Picture, and she was nominated for Best Actress for that movie. He was nominated. And then when the Oscar nods came out, it was kind of shut out.
Good, all right,
the
good.
guy who played the crazy neighbor,
Yeah.
he's nominated.
Is she nominated in the Oscars?
She is nominated as Best Actress for The Reader.
Okay.
Even though they were putting her forward as Best Supporting Actress for The Reader, Academy voters were like, horseshit, this is the best. This is a leading performance. It's not supporting. And so now she got nominated for The Reader, but she did not get nominated. I don't know if she got a supporting nomination for Revolutionary Road. I don't think so.
I think she might. It seemed like she might have. I'm not sure.
I remember the big story the day they announced the nominations was that Revolutionary Road got shut out. The Dark Knight got shut out.
Well, dude, who put DiCaprio up for Best Actor in the fucking the Golden Globes? Who was he against? Me and Zach and Miri?
I tried, dude. I was just like, Norton will win. They're like, he's up against Heath Ledger. I'm like, doesn't matter.
Yes. The new award, most damage done to a film in a half a second, is my fucking fat face mugging.
The DVD, a bunch of your gold is in the cut section.
Oh, is it really?
Nice.
Oh, cool.
We got to check that. Yeah, the Zach and Miri Make a Porno DVD is out tomorrow on Blu-ray as well. Kevin, there was a question I wanted to ask. Oh, Taken. Did you see Taken? #1 movie at the box office?
No, but I saw that trailer what felt like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I want to see that movie.
That trailer was badass, and I think
it was coming out overseas. I think it was coming out in England or France.
No.
It's a what's his name?
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
America is the last place that film came out, and it's been out there for over a year all over the world. The trailer made people go to see this movie over the weekend. It's #1.
Jimmy loved it.
Yeah, that trailer looks good.
That fucking movie.
Here it goes.
It's fucking.
Jimmy hated the movie.
I'd rather watch Revolutionary Road in 3D than Taken. It's fucking horrible.
I liked it and kind of liked it. Jimmy hated it.
I will
like Taken?
How could you? It was fucking awful.
It sounded a little bit like what was that movie that Harrison Ford did with?
Oh yeah.
It sounds like a few movies. It sounds like Commando.
Oh, again, Harrison Ford's best movie, Chin Scar. Could he fucking explain what that thing is already? We've been looking at it since 1976. Fucking cunt. Take it off.
Do you know how he got that?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was a
carpenter.
Blowing George Lucas.
He was a handyman. He was a construction guy, and I think he cut his chin that way too.
Oh wow.
Every man in the 70s had a scar there.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Stacy Keach.
All of us were just a pussy generation.
Yeah. Because I remember my father, all his friends, all of them, all had a chin scar from falling off of something or over something while they were drinking.
Passing out on the saw.
I think we're the first generation whose parents actually were like, hey, get away from that.
Yeah, good point.
True.
A lot of people saying Taken was overrated, but other people said it rocked. I don't know.
Who said
the action
rocked?
was amazing? I liked the action in the movie. The story itself is a little shaky, but
the girl, Kevin, watch it. The daughter in it, when she runs like a retarded person. I've never seen anybody who couldn't run when a camera was on. It's fucking horrendous.
Well, she's supposed to look like an innocent, youthful girl, but she comes off looking retarded.
Lost, right? Like season 1 Lost.
What's that?
Oh, is that? Yeah, I knew I had seen her from
Maggie
somewhere.
Grace?
Right. Holy shit, very good. Of course you know that.
I think season 1 and 2 of Lost.
You like completely into Lost or what?
Yeah, I've given up on Lost. I think this season is a smart move.
This season so far is just a couple episodes in, and it's so fucking cool.
Yeah, they're about 3 in, and it's really like, I was so surprised and delighted when they were like, when are we? When it's become a time travel show.
I love time travel shit.
So
and they've completely gone off track with the Back to the Future kind of time travel where you can actually fork off and make different kind of time trails, and get an alternative.
They're adhering to the popular string theory.
Yes, forward and backwards.
Nothing can deviate.
Right.
Everything happens on the same line.
It's going to happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You can just travel through it.
Marty, we have to go back to the future. We saw footprints, and when you're later, it looks like there's 73 prints in the sand.
Oh, shit.
You doddering idiot.
My friend Walter showed his kid Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And, we were talking on the phone. He's just like, oh, my God. He's like, I haven't watched it in years, dude. He's like, it's insane how well that movie holds up. And I was like, how'd the kid like it? And he was like, after the movie, I was like, what'd you think? And the kid looked at me and said, like, I don't get it. Like, is this one of your movies?
Oh, shit.
He was just like, he's gone, it's so weird. Like a 9-year-old kid, man. Now it just doesn't faze them.
Yeah. Yeah, I
think that movie might be a lot for a 9-year-old to handle, though, because you're like, here, sit down, let me discuss the prospect of string theory with you.
Yeah, because you got to really get into the whole paradox thing and time travel and stuff like that.
A 9-year-old has still not faced, like, What do you mean I'm going to die one day?
Yeah.
Kevin, who's your favorite string theory protagonist, I guess?
I believe it would be me at this point. I don't know anyone else.
Micheal Kaku? No,
of course. I just remember they said it on the show, and I was like, I looked it up. I was like, string theory.
You know what I like about Back to the Future is the fact that there's cursing in it. Yeah. There's horribly, to today's standards, inappropriate language as far as, you know, hey, spook, I'm not talking to you. Mm-hmm. You know, shit like that. Definitely added to that movie.
Never mind that, dude. They got away with like doing a completely potentially disturbing and awkward Oedipal storyline.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Reverse Oedipal storyline where his mother is literally trying to suck his cock.
Yes.
She tells him what his underwear looks like. She's seen his junk. She's just like. She's all over it.
A slut for him.
Never do that in a movie now.
She's like the mother in Boogie Nights. You know that there's this weird sexual tension when she's looking at her son's giant cock.
Jesus.
It's just... that is.
I flashed right at that moment.
God, that's fun. And we always talk about the fact that they kept Biff around to wax the car, even though he tried to rape Mom.
Right, I think we talked.
Yeah, you were here that time. We were talking about that. I can never get over that. It's like, yeah, well, wax the car. You know how we never would have gotten together if he didn't try to rape you.
That is kind of weird, man. You can't think of any other movie where like the villain is given such a kind of tender comeuppance.
Yeah, yeah, they treat him like, you know, like a pet.
He failed at his plan to rape you? So we'll give him a reward of letting him wash our cars forever.
Yeah, and bring your books in. It's here. It's here.
Yeah,
all right.
This is a dude who, like, can literally walk into their house without ringing the bell.
Yeah. And absolutely tried to rape her.
Yeah, and he never sits there, George, and never sits there and goes like, maybe Biff will try again one day.
Yeah. One punch.
Letting him walk into my house. It is such a bizarre development.
A sexual predator, and he thinks one punch is going to cure him of wanting to rape women. That doesn't work. He's going to try again.
That's all it takes, right? One good punch in the mouth.
He was actually a cuckold. His job was to prepare Biff. After the car got washed, he would service and prepare Biff for entry.
And then sit back and watch as Biff fouls his wife.
And then he would clean the white stuff that collected at the bottom of Biff's fucking shaft. What is that leaking out of a pussy? Hey, rabies cunt, you want to fucking wash that?
God damn, Jimmy.
I hate vaginas. Fucking awful. At least with your fucking ass, you got some shit on there. You're like, well, this is what I expected. Fucking vagina, and you get that fucking O-ring around it like a space shuttle. What is this?
Holy shit. What is wrong with you?
It's funny.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fucking Jimmy.
All right.
Kevin, I definitely want to play a little poker. That was a lot of fun.
February 20th. I'll be into you guys around 18th, 19th, 20th, somewhere in there.
Cool, man.
Hey, Kevin, a lot of our listeners want your Smodcast back on this channel.
Yeah?
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah. But I think you're looking for a little payday, which I don't blame you.
I mean, I just think it's like, you know.
Yeah, quid pro quo.
I understand.
It's like,
Come on.
I mean, otherwise, just let it live for, free on the internet.
Yeah.
It's great, though. Your Smodcasts are great.
Thank you, sir. We have a fun time doing it.
All right. So we got Zach.
I just did one with Malcolm, my friend Malcolm, last week, where some people said, oh, they did this on Opie and Anthony. You guys saw that glass ass thing?
Glass ass?
No, you haven't. One guy. You saw
one guy. Yeah.
I didn't see
jar.
that.
Oh God, that's.
You saw one guy.
I tried to Google it, and fucking faggot YouTube doesn't have it.
I can't believe that's real.
It has its own website, dude. Glassass.com.
Glass ass. I can't believe that's real. Like I can't. Not only because it's so horrific if it is real, but I just can't see someone sitting there and not freaking out more while he's picking glass shards out of his bleeding asshole.
I feel like that scream at the end is tacked on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's that dude, but if it is tacked on, it is a brilliant piece of sound editing. Because it matches pictures so well. You can't see this dude's face, you just see his legs stand up, and he backs up, and he finally sees what came out of him.
Yeah.
And you just hear, "Wah!"
And there's this little scream.
You think it's real, Kevin?
Apparently the dude has more than one video, so it's not an accident. Or maybe the first one was, but he was like, hey, I like it.
Interesting. Jesus. Well, that'll always...
It's insane. But we talked about that video, and we also talked about the Mr. Hands or the horse video.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking great.
What was his name?
I'd never seen A human being having sex with a horse.
His friend.
A picture of a chick sucking a horse off years ago.
Yeah.
I was insane watching that dude like feed the other dude.
His friend fucked up.
What's going on, dude? It starts, and you just see like a dude bent over, naked, and you see a horse, and all of a sudden the horse jumps up in the air, and I guess he rests on something above, and he's got
like
this
a
massive
fence.
fucking cock. And then another dude steps in and starts guiding it.
He's supposed to run block, and he fucked up.
Yeah, because he got so excited, he started to yippee-yi-yay, and the horse went, oh, tee-hee, and buried his dick. And the guy's name was Kenneth Pinion. He was a Boeing engineer in Seattle.
That's the other thing, like Malcolm said. We watched the clip, and on Smodcast, Malcolm's like, this just makes me feel bad. And I was like, why? He's like, well, this dude had a great job. What's that say about me?
A Boeing engineer? Fantastic. Great.
But wait, so the other dude was supposed to, like, not let the horse go all the way?
Yeah, he was supposed to act as like a little fucking, block. Like, to keep him from from really driving the point home.
Okay, so then my question is, anytime you see that clip online, they're like, oh, this isn't the night. This isn't the night.
Oh, God, I can't even watch.
We just watched him. He took
watch the
3 feet of cock.
Watch the load. Look at the horse.
Oh, my. Isn't it horrible?
The horse makes a cummy.
Horrible for you.
And the best part is that the fucking guy getting fucked has fucking clothespins on his balls. So, Jesus, how much stimulation do you need? You're getting a perforated colon.
True?
Yes. He has clothespins. It's fucking hot.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything but that massive horse dong.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to fucking even hear the audio when you yell.
It's sick how it's like there's this weird unsteadiness, and then suddenly the horse vanishes.
Yeah.
Inside of him, and it's like he teleported or something.
He teleported. Yeah, he really drove that home.
And then it's not there.
Yeah, it's kind of a fucking great video. And that rascally horse, he knew he wasn't supposed to do that, but as soon as the hand got out of the way, you could just see the horse kind of wink and go, watch this, folks. Fucking charge, fucking giant cockhead first right at that man's heart.
That's my question. Anytime you see the video, that specific video, apparently he made a bunch, him and his buddy.
Yeah.
Anytime you see this video, and this is the one that's gotten out there the most, they attach a disclaimer that says, this is not the night that dude died, though.
Oh, really?
I disagree. I think basically everyone needs to say that so that clip can stay online.
Yeah, or else it's some kind of snuff film.
Identifies as like, hey, this dude died. That becomes a snuff clip.
Yeah, that has to be the one.
But again,
I mean, there's no way, because especially when you're like, his buddy was supposed to play guard.
Yeah.
Like, this seems like the time where everything went wrong. There's no way this dude took that much more than once, that quickly.
Of course not. It's impossible, right?
I think that's got to be the night.
Give me an honorable death. A soldier's death. He was impaled.
It's just so horrible when you hear his buddy go all quiet. He's like, he came. It killed me. It's like, ah!
Hey, what happened to
one of those things like when you were a kid and you first had cable and you would try to stay up to watch like Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Or My Bloody Valentine, just to like freak yourself out, and then you were like, why the fuck did I do that? This is the adult equivalent.
What happened to the horse?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what happened to the horse.
We know?
He got a 3-picture deal, and he flies American Airlines first class. No, they neutered him. They made him a gelding because they didn't want people going to the farm just to fuck him after the story got out and the video got out.
What, guys are lining up to have the horse
like
fuck
a
him?
Gunslinger back in the Old West. You could come into town to try to beat him.
No, but they did. They actually did do that. They had him neutered, I think.
That's
whatever they do to a
crazy,
fucking big horse dick.
Speaking of scream, you were saying edited in that scream. Have you heard for years, I've been hearing that woman's scream that is used on like the trailer of movies, a lot of TV shows. Whenever a woman has to scream, it's the same exact scream. It's obviously off of a sound effects disc.
Right.
And
I'm not familiar with that one, but I know there's a male scream called the Wilhelm.
The Wilhelm? They got names.
Many blockbuster movies.
There's a woman's one that like immediately takes me right out of the friggin' mix.
Where you're like, oh, it's that same chick.
It's the same exact scream.
I think we used it here for promos.
Yeah.
I think Steve has used that one.
I think it's frightening when any man can identify a specific scream.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's when you first start hacking her leg off with a saw.
All right.
On that note.
Yeah, no kidding.
That went dark, dude.
Hey, Kevin, so where's the Smodcast for the people that might have an interest?
Smodcast, of course, as always, is located at quickstop.com online.
Yeah, right on. And you'll be
quickstopentertainment.com.
You'll be in studio in February, which is good news for us. And
I'll be in like 2.5 weeks. I'll be in.
Zach and Miri make a
Lost
porno.
about 30 pounds, so I'm feeling much better.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Look at you. How'd you do it?
I went on this liquid diet that I go on.
Potless
A lot
diet.
of people felt like, oh, he's not going to be able to stay on that and smoke weed because, you know.
That's impossible.
Makes you hungry.
And I was able to combine the both and not eat.
Nice.
Wow. That's a trick.
Little weed in your smoothies?
No.
No.
But now that you mention it, not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Zach and Miri make a porno. That's what we still call it. It's out on DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow. And I highly recommend our listeners pick it up.
Yes, go peep it out, and then I'll see you guys in like 2.5 weeks.
Man, it's always a pleasure,
See you
man.
soon, man.
Pleasure, fun, guys. Thank
Later,
you.
Kevin. Bye.
Kevin Smith, everyone.